Welcome to Adventure Cities, where we're exploring Lafayette, Louisiana. Take it away.
Situated at the geographic heart of Louisiana, surrounded by lush swamps and bayous, Lafayette is a rich mix of Cajun, Creole and American cultures, creating a unique joie de vivre built firmly on good music, good company, good food and good times. It's a cultural gumbo that obviously works because Lafayette is officially the happiest city in the US. I decided to travel down to Louisiana to find out why.
The Cajun food bus tour in Lafayette is actually very famous. It's a really good way to see the city and a really good way to taste the different flavors that make Lafayette so unique.
What we consider Cajun food now really is a blend of all the different groups of people who moved to this area. Most of it is what has evolved here because of all these other influences, because of what the indigenous people here taught us, the Germans that were here, the free people of color that were here, the Spanish, and of course the French.
So this is a classic Louisianan treat. It's king cake. It looks delicious. And it tastes delicious.
Lafayette is famous for many things. And one of those things is hot peppers.
My 7-pot Primo is 1.79 million Scovilles. For a pepper, say a jalapeno, is 5,000. It's like over 300 jalapenos to one of my peppers.
Woo! I mean, you talk about things having a kick.
Right.
That is a big horse
It's a big
kick.
horse
It's
kick.
a horse kick.
Today I'm going crawfishing just south of Lafayette in the little town of Kaplan. We're going to be bringing up some of the cages, collecting some delicious specimens, and then learning how to turn them into a very special Cajun feast.
A lot of these people, the first time seeing crawfish in their life, and we're taking them and we're bringing them from the pond to the table, and they're just loving it. I figured out a way to get people to actually pay me to do my work.
The crawfish don't want to be caught, and they're trying to escape the whole time. All right, this guy's been invited to the crawfish boil.
You know, 90% of the crawfish that are caught in the United States is caught here in Louisiana. And I'm so glad that God put the Cajuns and crawfish down in the same place.
Perfectly cooked.
That'll be a good one to suck the head.
Oh, wow. That's like extreme Cajun vaping.
Here you go.
Oh, thanks.
I don't think I'm gonna sit here and peel all your crawfish for you now.
When you think of Louisiana, one of the first things that comes to mind is the swamps and bayous in this part of the world. And of course, the classic way to explore them is by airboat. Woof! I literally cannot think of a more fun way to travel.
So an airboat tour, we bring you through a real dense cypress forest and pretty remote areas that not many people go into, so that's where most of the wildlife's hanging out. They don't have the pressure of all the human traffic.
The thing I'm most excited about is the opportunity to see alligators in the wild.
That's my coworker.
Yeah? What's his name?
I think that's Fred. Hello, Fred, yeah. He only speaks French. Well, I know quite a few alligators out here. Probably 25, 30 of them we have named.
Just being out here in this dense swampland with the alligators gliding about is so alien and so exciting.
That's my water puppy.
Fred looks like the kind of guy that give you a big smile and then bite your hand off. To go out in this swampland on an airboat, which is something that I've seen in TV and movies all my life, was a real thrill. Even more of a thrill, I got a chance to drive one. Do I have to drive on the right-hand side, or can I do it on the left like at home?
Well, you might be the first guy from London to drive an airboat, but just stay in the middle.
I think I maybe got a little bit too excited. Nick told me to slow down a little bit. I was perhaps speeding a little bit on the bayou. I didn't realise that bayous had speed limits, but obviously I'd broken one.
So far, I've explored the food, the nature, and the wildlife of Lafayette. But there's one other big factor that contributes to the happiness levels here, and that's the local music, which infuses everything with a persistent, cheerful rhythm.
Zydeco music comes from this part of the world, and at the heart of Zydeco music, there's the rub board. You must be the famous T-Don. I'm Jonathan.
Nice to meet you.
T-Don, who is a legend in the music scene here, creates the rub boards for people all around the world, and some really, really famous people like Rihanna, Kid Rock, and all kinds of others.
And Zydeco actually started out with the accordion and the rub board only. Then the drums were added, and guitar and organ and so forth and so on.
Awesome! That was so good! Now Owen is a keyboard player and we can take this on the road.
Let's get the bus rolling.
Now I had the music part down, I just needed to get my Zydeco dancing sorted.
You must be Mariah. I'm Jonathan.
I believe that Lafayette is the happiest city in America because people have centered their lives around music, dancing, and fun. Left together, left tap, right together, right tap, back left together, left tap.
It was really quite easy to learn the steps once I got my head around the way my feet were supposed to move. It was pretty smooth and pretty fluid.
Party hands!
That's right.
I'm ready for the dance hall. I was introduced to Jeremy, who is head and shoulders above many of his peers in the dining scene in Lafayette. But he's also one of the town's leading disc golf players. So he took me down to one of the more popular courses and taught me a little bit about the sport.
So disc golf is taking a frisbee and throwing it from a tee location toward a hole, which is a basket supported by a pole with some chains to kind of catch your disc.
Like with a set of golf clubs, you have different tools for different jobs. And so when the hole's further away, you need a different shaped disc to when you're putting.
Oh, that's beautiful. When I'm putting, I try to think about moving my arm up and down the line of that pole. There it is.
Hey! All right. Okay, let's play.
All right, he's a pro now.
I can't see the basket.
If you step over here to the other side, you can see the basket down through the alley of trees and out in the field.
Man, that is ridiculous.
Yeah.
Disc golf is a genius idea because you're taking the best bits of golf, which is being outdoors with friends, walking around with a bit of competition, and you're making it easier and more fun because you're throwing discs. Okay, this is a bit weird. It feels a little bit like a cross between Robin Hood and Tiger Woods.
It's really accessible, it's inexpensive. You can go play with yourself, you can play with your friends, you can play as competitively as you would like to.
Okay, there is still one last boss at the end of this level. Oh!
Uh-oh.
It was even worse. It was even worse. Okay, here we go. All right.
Good round.
You beat me.
I did.
If only there was something else we could compete at on a more even keel.
We can probably find something.
All right, Jeremy, round two.
Yep, so we're at the Cajun Heartland State Fair, and it has all the things you'd expect. It has rides, games, and all kinds of great food.
Oh, really?
Yep.
Well, you know what else you're going to be tasting?
What's that?
Defeat.
Well, if it comes to that, I'll gracefully take the L.
Let's go.
All right.
Come on!
Mine slower.
Come on!
No!
Yeah!
You got me.
So this is going to decide the ultimate winner.
All right.
It's hammer time. Oh, same. All right, this looks like the one, Machine Gun Alley. I almost got this sucker.
I think you won.
Yes, I did.
Well, you have to come back again soon and we'll have a rematch.
You're on.
After spending a week in Lafayette, it's clear that yes, this is an adventure city, but it's also a Cajun city, a Creole city, and above all, a cordial city, where everyone is welcome to the party and everyone is expected to dance, especially when local Zydeco star Lil Nate's playing. Once you've experienced this place firsthand, it's easy to see why they say this is the happiest city in America.